What up? What up? What up? You already know what it is. It's your boy Marketing with Dom. And today we're going to talk about how to use AI to grow your YouTube channel. And you're going to see me talking about this over and over again as we start to grow this podcast and this brand. So if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, get more, leads and stuff like that from your system, the first thing you got to understand is SEO, search engine optimization, and you want people to search and find your things, right? If you're like me, and you're somebody who's like, you're super busy, you don't have time to, write descriptions, hire someone to do that. I'm going to talk about the software I use to do that. Right. I just uploaded this system right here to do it. We just changed the, I got to change this one too. I think I just downloaded the one we just created. So I got to find that real quick. Let's see what's up. So we're here. I got to save it somewhere. I think it's here. So let's go here. Let's download it real quick. Right, this is our new episode. A few things that we're doing is we're trying to get us popping in the front end a little bit more and stuff like that to really grow the overall people who are on the show and the brand and what's happening. The few more, we might end up changing these and making them bigger and putting them here, but for now, we just wanted to be able to create the beginning stages of the process. One thing I'll tell you is this: listen, do not overthink processes that it puts you in paralysis over analysis, right? You learn simple things by themselves, and what you want to continuously do is use those things you learn to change the game and get better over time. But the best thing to do is to have content out. That's the first thing I would say. The best thing you can do is to make sure you're putting content out. Now that we're launching this channel from the beginning, what I use is Taja AI, right? I'm an affiliate of this. The link is down below. You can actually find it on any of the videos that we're talking about this. And so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to post this here, and then I'm going to start. Now, the first thing it's going to do is analyze the whole video. It's going to go over all the things that are in there. It's going to give me a description talking about it. And the reason why you want your description search engine opportunity and you want them broken down in segments of education and stuff like that, the things you can learn, is because on YouTube, it actually can break down those segments of the video, and as well as search engine based off of the things and the topics you're talking about. So the conversation you bring up in the conversation needs to be important to it, right? So it says discovering, talking about building your brand. What tacos are about your brand to build, right? What tacos taught us about our brand, right? So I don't really like that title, but that's okay, because what I really need is something that talks about us in the process. See if I can adjust this, right? Spell the name correctly. Q-U-E. Sorry, I got that capitalized. Q-U-E. And I'm going to put also known as, right? AKA Marketing with Dom. I'm putting that because I want it to be searchable by the name that people find me on YouTube, right? So I'm going to click this. I'm going to go right here, and I'm just going to copy this in the description. First of all, these chapters are all here, and it's marking the position on each of these chapters. I'm going to take these chapters because what we're going to talk about is educationally, right? And I'm going to go down to this bottom segment over here. Where's it at? Let's find it. All right, it says people and blog. But what I'm going to put is education, because I want people to learn from the podcast that it styles on here. So we're able to put that on there, and what I'm going to do is save it. Let's see if it allows me to save it. Sometimes it doesn't look those little dash marks on there, but it did this time. And I'm going to put the level of education. I'll put beginner, right? You want people who are searching for situations, looking to find you. And so, right, so I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I'm going to put that, and I'm going to put, or maybe I should put what's your brand really showcase, right? Why business brands need strong brand stories, right? We're going to talk about that all through the video and stuff like that in long form content that we're breaking down, right? I'm going to simply just do it like that. We're going to make this process super simple, okay? And so I'm going to create a playlist. I think it's loading it up right now because it's frozen on me for a second. Let's see. All right, so create new playlist. You know what? Actually, I'm going to create new podcast. And we're going to build it that way really quickly. Let's talk about your brand. Sorry, right now I'm building it out on another platform. So we'll go here and we'll go with that. And then it's going to need a little bit of a cube. So I'll do that later, but we're just talking about SEO on that side, right? So Let's see. This is a podcast talking about branding, marketing, and automation when it comes to building your brands across digital platforms. So a few things we talk about on that side is we talk about all the things. Let's see if we can get a little bit. I think it's going to need a box that's a little bit smaller than that. So let's try to put it. It may not work. It's going to make me do a little square box or something. So for me, the first thing I'm going to have to do is, right, because it's asking for requirements. So let's go here. Since I'm doing that, I might as well just come over here. See if I can find the talk about your brand segment. Actually, let's see if I have just the logo in here somewhere. Anywhere. Got brand X logos. Do I have? Oh, there we go. Bam. So I'm going to put that as the title thing there. We're going to create it. Publicly, we're going to go date, publish, oldest. Okay, so basically I want the oldest video, which is going to be the number one, released in this podcast style first. And so I'm going to do the podcast. Now we're done here. We're on that podcast. And so I'm going to take this, a few other things we're looking at. You can do an ending screen, which I would always suggest that you do so people can follow for the next video, pop in on the next one, something like that to be able to click on it. I'm going to use this one because we're going to use the best viewed video for now. But I'll choose that video directly going into the next podcast and the next podcast as we're doing it. Let's see. Bam. So we'll run that element at the very end of the video. It says I can choose a specific video. And because it has all these up here and these are the ones that are running, it doesn't have the video that I need on there for number 2 because it's not publicized or edited yet. So I'm going to go with best viewed video for someone to be able to watch on here for now. And we're going to go here. We're going to save it. And the very first thing we're going to do is, right, I use a couple different softwares, but Taja AI does all that basics for us. Now I'm going to come here because we're talking about content marketing. I'm going to go down here to all these little things. Yeah, some people say these things don't matter really at all, but I like to use everything that a platform gives me to use it. And I'm going to refresh this. And I'm going to build, this kind of thing right here. So I'm going to take a few of these things out that I think may not do it for me overall. I'm going to talk about tacos, take those out. Food truck business. We have a person that's talking about that in there, but I don't want to go restaurant business. I don't want to go street food. There's another one I want to get rid of. Food truck business. I want to get rid of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm refreshing this with another software, and it's telling me the things I can possibly rank for, right? It's going to give me weight in the class based off of things that I have a possibility of. But it's also going to tell me my competition level, right? So my competition is high on that. I'm going to not use it as much. One person business, we're going to talk about that. What's your brand? The competition's high there for us to rank in these conversations. How to build a personal brand. I want to rank on that. So what I do, relevancy, and then we can go here and go competition score. Okay. So it's telling me it's ranking competition score from high to low. So as I come down to this bottom, it's telling me what my competition is actually for these previous words. And I'm using the relevancy brand guidelines, right? Let's talk about pricing strategies. It's telling me, volume versus competition. And you want those things to be different. You don't want the volume and the competition to be higher, especially when you're a new, business owner trying to grow your brand. You see all these competition, but I'm going to do social media branding. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try digital advertisement, which means the chances of me getting found somewhere are there. It looks like I'm a little bit high on that side. Let's see if competition is a little high on this one. Let's get rid of that. Competition is lower social media marketing, how to brand a business. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to go from here. And now that we have enough, we're going to save it. So this is how I use things really quickly to get the basics of my video to be search engine optimized. And that's what I always want. Let's go E1. And I'm going to put that at the very end so that people know that it's episode 1. On this side, right? And it's going to be the playlist. Let's talk about your brand. So if someone searches that, the playlist itself will come up, but then we'll have all these things in here for be able to find on the back end. So from there, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go from and I'm going to go to public, and I'm going to release it right now. We only have 1 subscriber on the page this time of day, but you're going to see me start to put out more videos about how to grow your YouTube channel using artificial intelligence. This is just the first sequence that I'm going to go over, right? And so I'm going to make these videos informative and as quick as I can as I'm building and using all this AI system on the Marketing with Dom, so you can see things that you can use to grow your business. All right. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow me if this really helped. If it doesn't help, or if you have any more questions, comment down below. But using this platform, the AI, the affiliate link will be down below. Help a brother out if I'm giving you these insights to be able to use these things. And I'll be posting these on videos and email sequences to show people how to use these softwares. But here you go. And that is as simple as it can be if you want to make it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's go.